friends, it's Mrs. Myers, and I teach kindergarten at Nose Creek Elementary. Today I want to talk to you about our new season. Does anybody know what season we're in? If you said spring, you're correct. It is spring. In the spring, I'm sure you've started to notice that the buds are starting to grow on the trees, the grass is getting green, flowers are starting to bloom. I'm sure you've noticed that there are lots more critters outside, ladybugs and caterpillars and spiders. And I'm sure you've also noticed that there are more birds. I have a bird feeder in my backyard and I've noticed so many more birds that are coming. So today I thought it would be fun to read you a story, and it's all about different birds that live in different areas and that live in different seasons. This book is called Have You Seen Birds? It was actually written in 1968 by Joanne Oppenheim, and it was illustrated in 1986 by Barbara Reed. Now, the neat thing about this book is that all the pictures are made from plasticine. So all the details and everything in this picture is actually plasticine. So I'd like to read it, and pay attention to the pictures. They're really neat. Have you seen birds? Long-legged tall birds, tiny bug-sized small birds, brightly breasted, gaily crested, meadow tan or fancy fan. Have you seen birds? Have you seen spring birds? Fluffy, cheeping, sleeping, peeping, ever-eating baby birds? Or early summer garden birds, nesting snugly in the shrub birds, pulling worms and snapping grubs, finding food to feed the brood, drinking, singing, splashing, swinging. Have you seen birds? Have you seen autumn birds visiting the feeder birds, following the leader birds? Leaving in a string birds, coming back in spring birds. Have you seen birds? These are Canadian geese. Have you seen winter birds, searching snow and tapping bark, perching puffed in freezing dark? Winter birds need lots of feed, scraps of fat and sacks of seed. Have you seen birds? Have you seen woodland birds? Lying low, shy birds, trying hard to hide birds? This one's tricky, he's trying to camouflage. Walking upside down birds, acrobatic clown birds, darting, drilling, piping, trilling. Listen, hear the warble of the wild wood birds. Whoo! Have you heard the night birds? Move by moonlight, bright birds, scaring rabbits into holes, hunting bats and rats and moles. Have you heard the haunting whoo of hunting nighttime birds? That one's neat. That one's of an owl. Have you heard town birds rapping at the bark birds, cooing in the park birds? Quarreling in a rage birds, tweeting in a cage birds, squealing, squawking, screeching, talking. Have you heard birds? Have you seen farm birds? Scratching, clucking, pecking, strutting. Cock-a-doodle-doo, barn birds. That's a rooster. And on beyond the barn birds, what about the field birds? field behind the barn birds, cricket catching, berry snatching, whistling from a thorny thistle. Have you seen birds? Have you seen marsh birds, webfoot paddling water birds, walking with a wattle bird, wading in the reeds? Do you know seabirds, twisting, drifting, swiftly shifting, searching, skimming, scooping, lifting, soaring by the shore? You can see that giant seagull. On flat-footed fishing birds, fussing, chatting, flipper flapping, diving for their food. Have you seen these birds? Look up, see the sky birds, flying way up high birds, racing up to space birds. Wind wheeling, freedom feeling, diving, dipping, gliding, tipping. Have you seen birds? A band, a flight, a flock of birds. The world is full of lots of birds. You can see all sorts of birds in that picture. Have you seen birds? That's my question to you. Have you seen any birds? Maybe take a look outside your window today. See if you can see any neat birds. The other thing that you could do is try to make your own picture using plasticine or Play-Doh. See how much detail you can do. Hope you enjoyed this book all about birds. Bye, friends.